Clare Martin, first of all, what's your gut feeling about this, married to whatever intelligence you arrive with tonight, apart from your own?
Well, can I just say first up, since you led with the Fanny Bay, I'm saying we've won Fanny Bay. I'm saying that Gunner has done it and that he's actually going to increase his margin, so that's the first thing. The second is the election has really been held between a party, the Labor Party in government, saying, look, things aren't going badly, you need certainty for the future, against the CLP that seems to be saying, look, it's time, you've had 11 years. And I don't find that mood in the community to change the Labor government. I don't find it in a kind of meta sense, and we'll see tonight whether there's some glitches that happen in electorates, because it is close. I mean, it's 12-all.
The thing is, you've been surprised in the past yourself.
Of course I've been surprised. It's tricky here in the Territory, but, you know, I got around a lot and I talked to different sectors of the community, and I really don't think that, you know, there's kind of talk about, well, look what happened in New South Wales, look what happened in Queensland. That same mood is certainly not here. And Paul Henderson is very popular as Chief Minister. OK, Nigel Scullion, what do you think?
Well, a change in politics in the Territories don't happen very often. Clare was the very first change in political favour in the Territory in 2001. It hasn't changed since then. So this is clearly going to be a very, very close election. In terms of Darwin, I agree. I think Gunner's done enough work in Fanny Bay probably to get over. To what degree, we'll find out later tonight. But I do think that there are a number of seats, and I think that we are very hopeful that we would win Johnson. And we've had the whole Val issue and can play out, which is I'm not really sure how that will play in the Territory context. To be honest, I think that there'll be a bit of a sympathy sort of vote for his circumstance. But also Dave Tollner, I'd have to say, has to been under the most pressure in any political campaign I've ever been involved in as an individual. This Labor have targeted him, and they've said, look, a vote for Terry Mills, a vote for Dave Tollner, all these sort of things. So personally, he's been under a lot of pressure. I'm not really sure how that will affect his seat in Fongling.
So tell me, do you give Labor a chance in Namatjira, a serious chance?
Look, I have to say, you can't ever write off Des Rogers. He's an incredibly charismatic, hard-working campaigner, and he's a fair income, dyed-in-the-wool, bootstrap Labor bloke, and he's a good friend of mine. But equally, you know, you can't underestimate Alison Anderson. Right. But it's not something that people would say, look, Namatjira is a CLP seat and that's it. I know she'd work very, very hard. I think she'd be reasonable to say she's quite confident, but you know, this is something that I wouldn't automatically put in the CLP's pile by any means.
But all things being equal, you are expecting a CLP government to form after tonight?
Yeah, I think so. And I think we need to look for, as well as Namatjira, I don't think we need to write off some of the bush seats. I think that the feeling in the bush, whilst the sort of margins one would think would be, look, unassailable margins in some of these seats, I think we'll see some significant swings in them. Whether or not they're enough, well, the night will play out.
Certainly will.